What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Macho Movie Madness.
Oh, yeah.
I am Brandon. This is Andrew, and today we are on Warehouse B, episode 42, and it's Beneath the Planet of the Apes. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Warehouse B. Today we are talking Beneath the Planet of the Apes, and wow, what a crazy movie.
Yeah. I warned Brandon going into this. We were doing this one just because just how bonkers it is, and it was fun to me, but it was more crazy than anything.
Yeah, and I was never not entertained or I was glued to the TV the entire time. It's the first time I've ever watched it.
Yeah, poor Brandon hadn't seen the original, so he's getting kind of a crash course.
Yeah, I kind of knew a little bit about the original, and I knew the twist. I knew the ending, obviously, of the original, but never did watch it. And so this is my first of the original series, and it's a doozy.
Yeah.
Charlton Heston is back, though.
Yeah, he didn't want to be originally. He wanted to be killed off because there were no such things as franchises back then.
Right.
I mean, that didn't really happen until Star Wars.
Right.
So he's like, yeah, kill me off and send all my money off to charity. So that's why he did it.
Yeah. Well, oh, God. So this came out May 26, 1970. When was the first one when it came out?
68.
68. Okay, so 2 years prior. It's a fairly short movie, 95 minutes. I mean, it's your standard. That's kind of where we like it, sweet spot.
Yeah.
$2.5 million for the budget and brought in supposedly $19 million.
Wow.
So not terrible. Can you, you know what I'm going to ask?
Yeah.
Can you do plot?
We will try our best. And you basically got Taylor and Nova going off into the Forbidden Zone.
Yeah. And
trying to find answers. And along the way, Taylor disappears. Nova runs into a new astronaut named Brent.
Yeah.
And he tells her, take him to Taylor. And they end up getting caught up in Ape City. They end up getting away from the apes with help from Zira and Cornelius from the first movie. And they end up going out into the Forbidden Zone and into the New York subway.
Yeah.
Like 1,600 years later.
Yeah.
But it's controlled by these mutants. And they can speak telepathically. They worship this Alpha Omega bomb. They all suffer from nuclear fallout. They look like, remember those old diagrams they had in school where it showed the person that was like their muscular skeleton? Yeah, that's
or whatever.
Yeah, that's what they remind me of.
It's it was weird. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect that because originally they look like humans. From another planet.
Basically. I reveal my innermost self.
My innermost self. They take their little masks off, and very odd.
Yeah,
when that was finally revealed. And the Alpha Omega bomb, this giant nuclear bomb that's underneath the station for some reason. They have possession of that, and that's what they worship. That's their god.
Yeah.
That's their only defense, basically. Yeah. They are weaponless. They are defenseless.
Besides their visions, you can usually thwart off people or trick them with their visions of fire and stuff that you see. Looks really hokey nowadays, obviously. Right. But for 1970, it's actually kind of impressive as far as visual effects. That's it, and it's very interesting commentary in this movie. Which, I mean, I guess all the Planet of the Apes have always been a kind of a commentary on society and social classes and all that, race. It's interesting that you have this advanced form of human down in the subway, and they also are still kind of preaching through maybe no fault of their own this rhetoric that you hear from some of our higher ups nowadays. Right.
This is we are very peaceful.
We're not going to kill you. We're going to get you to kill each other. We're a peaceful race.
Yeah, we're a peaceful race. We're not going to kill you.
It talks about a lot of things too. Vietnam was going on around this time, and I'm sure there was all kinds of scares about nuclear warfare and
the Cold War was still happening.
oh yeah.
You also had the protesters in this too. I thought it was interesting in Ape City. The apes were protesting. I thought that was kind of interesting. They locked them up.
The apes were like militant to almost a stupid level.
Yeah.
On this.
Yeah.
Like the General Ursus is shooting at the bomb and
yeah. Yeah. Jesus Christ. But yeah, it definitely is. I think it's interesting just for the political narrative. In this movie, especially so. I mean, I say that like it should be surprising. This has been going on since the beginning of time.
Right.
Very interesting commentary. I guess we can go over pros and cons.
Yeah.
So the first half of the movie isn't my pro, because I mean you're still building this character of Brent. He's still trying to find Taylor, which is Charlton Heston's character, and through all that, it's pretty interesting. I think it's building the story around this narrative of apes versus humans and how they want to attack them. They're evil. They worship this big statue, and it really, I didn't have any issue with anything the first half of the movie. Even kind of right as he got down the subway and he realized it was New York and his home.
Right.
And he realized, oh shit, what happened? All that was good.
That was his Taylor moment from the first movie.
Right.
Yeah.
For 1970, I can't say that the makeup and the effects weren't bad.
Yeah, some of the matte paintings were really hokey. But
yeah, those were bad. But as far as the prosthetics and like the ape stuff, like that was good.
Yeah,
I think prosthetics were really good.
I like the political commentary, like you said, all that stuff. I think James Franciscus as Brent is okay. He's not nearly as driving as like Taylor is in that first movie. But he does all right. Nova is smoking in this movie.
Yeah.
And I told Brandon about halfway through, she's the perfect woman. She'll never argue with you.
I know, she doesn't talk. Amy, I'm sorry.
She'll just have to deal with it.
Yeah, she does. Well, she's dealt with our shit before for a long time. I do agree with you there. I think he was great, but kind of better looking guy than Heston.
Yeah.
But Heston's just,
He's got the presence.
he's just got that presence. He's bigger and he's such an actor. Sometimes he tends to overact a little bit. I feel like
Bloody bastards.
Just really, really dramatic.
General Ursus, I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
The guerrilla general, played by James Gregory. That guy stole the show for me in this movie.
Yeah.
The only good human is a dead human.
Yeah.
The way his conviction through every line that he has, and just love that character in this movie.
And you can really see his looks through the makeup and stuff too. It really showed through and shined through. I liked what he did. I also like how non-hesitant he was at everything.
Yeah, just keep going forward.
He was real calm and cool and collected. Just keep going forward, even through like the visions. He just kind of held off. He was confused, but he's just okay, move on. I love that he was he took action like immediately too, almost to a realistic degree.
Right.
Like you see so many bad guys in movies with that plot device is there, and they kind of hesitate to take out the bad guy or the good guy, I should say. And this one does not do that. I mean, he shoots you without question, doesn't give you time to breathe.
Yeah.
And I like that.
And Zaius in this movie, the orangutan, he's kind of the philosophical leader.
Yeah.
In the first movie, he's the villain. I felt like in this movie, his character is a little more nuanced. He's got doubts, especially when you see some of those where he's talking to the general and he's like, oh man, what have I done getting in with this guy? You can just see it on his face.
Yeah. He's still kind of staying true to the plan. He's already too far in it, but at the same time, he's like, this is a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
But whatever. Are you good with the score and all that? Was that okay? Was it just kind of running the mill?
Yeah, it was all right. And it was still pretty atmospheric.
Yeah, it was.
So I enjoyed it.
It was enough to pull me in, and I'm not a big fan of these movies, or I haven't seen them. It's not something I would just be like, I can't wait to see Planet of the Apes. But it pulled me in. Like everything pulled me in enough that first half. Starting with cons, though, you get down there and then just things really fall apart in the subway when the telepathic humans come in.
Yeah.
Because you're kind of like, what? It wasn't so egregious or bad that I could call it a con, but like Heston at the beginning when he disappeared, he saw the visions of the fire and the earth opening and the lightning and all that, and he falls through. That was
hokey,
Right.
obviously, especially for its time. But I didn't know what the hell that was. But I'm like, man, how sci-fi or supernatural are we going to go here? And then you figure out this guy is, you got these goofy looking humans that are telepathic. And I'm like, this is really starting to fall apart. I mean, my first initial reaction wasn't just that, though. It was like, okay, here's another twist. All the humans are supposedly so primitive they can't speak, where the apes are the sophisticated ones on the planet now. Now you've got this secret cult society that are far more advanced than even that. Like, so it turns out there's not just advanced humans, there's really advanced humans still on this planet. And I thought that was intriguing.
Yeah.
But you find out they're a bunch of crazy wackadoos that worship a bomb.
The Alpha and Omega bomb. See, to me, I'm going to be kind of the opposite way on this one. To me, and you've not seen the first movie, so you've got nothing to compare it against. But to me, the first half of this movie is kind of run-of-the-mill, a little bit lesser first movie.
Uh-huh.
And then the second half is where it goes off the rails. And yeah, it's weird, it's wild, it's crazy. But to me, that's more interesting than what happens the
I'll
first
give you
half.
that.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. Yeah, it's not well put together. It's a little bit silly. It's a lot silly. But, I mean, it is interesting.
Yeah.
I still, even through that, found myself glued to the TV.
Yeah, you can't look away.
I'm like, what is going on? Like, what is the next thing's going to happen? And they finally find Charlton Heston, caged up because they can't let the humans go. They know too much.
Yeah.
They're afraid they're going to tell the apes what they've got. I think maybe several years ago I would have said a con would have been killing off your characters in especially such a short, quick, nonchalant way. But now I'm like, I've become enough of a fan of John Carpenter that I'm like, oh, okay.
Welcome to the nihilistic 70s, baby.
We got like all the characters got the they live treatment, man. They were just dead.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they were there and they were gone.
Yeah, poor Brent, he gets shot to pieces.
Oh God, yeah, just absolutely murdered. Well, before that, Charlton Heston gets shot, and then Brent gets laid out, but Charlton Heston gets the last little bit of piece of acting.
Yeah.
So he gets drawn out death.
It was very acting.
Yeah, it was. Oh. He falls over on the button and releases the bomb, and then, because there's no effects for that shit.
Yeah.
So you have to this kind of weird noise and white out for the screen.
I thought that was cool too. You actually noticed it that there was no score over the credits.
No.
Like the bomb went off and it was just silent.
Silent. Yeah. It was just silent, and then the credits start rolling, black screen. That's it. It was instant. It was kind of eerie and weird.
Yeah, this movie to me, I think before I've called it a fever dream. This is wild.
Kind of.
I don't know what kind of LSD they were taking, like when they shot this in '69, but this was really one of the craziest movies I've ever seen. We've done Zardoz on this channel. We've done Extro on this channel. Mm-hmm. Where would you rate this right there with them?
Well, I don't think they're as weird as Zardoz. Nothing's going to be as outlandishly crazy as that movie, or even Extro. So I think it's kind of at the top of that category.
Good crazy.
Kind of good crazy. Yeah, it's tolerable crazy. Zardoz, you're like, I can't do this.
Yeah, I can't think right now.
I can't do this anymore. I don't hate myself that much.
Yeah.
I guess, are we ready to review the thing? To score it?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say?
Yeah. I'm going to go 3.5.
3.5.
Because there's some really big ideas in this movie. They're not entirely carried out and executed to perfection, but I like a lot of the social commentary. I thought the costumes were good. Mm-hmm. I like what the movie was saying, and that it took some really, really bold chances, even almost to the fact it did a disservice to the movie.
Yeah, it did. I have to give it a little bit of leniency, I think, because it was 1969, 1970. That it does show a lot for movies such as this, and the ideas it took and the effects and everything. It was pretty impressive if you really think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, what was that, 54 years ago?
Yeah.
So I mean, that's pretty impressive. I'll give it probably 3.25 out of 5.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of right underneath you there. So, yeah. Anyway, so I mean, I guess that means with that kind of score, I would recommend checking it out.
Yeah, if you're into weird stuff, for sure.
Yeah.
But to me, this is kind of where it ends. Like, I like Planet of the Apes, and it's legitimately a good movie. And this one is a notch below it, but I think I might actually enjoy it more just because of how weird it is.
Weird, yeah.
But to me, this is where it ends because they blew everything up.
Yeah.
But
you can't. Where do you go from here?
Yeah, well, I guess Cornelius and Zero found Taylor's ship from the first movie, fixed it, and went back to our world for the next one. And the time it took from them to leave Ape City until they blew it up. So, yeah, I don't buy that.
So supposedly they went out and found the ship while all this shit was going on, and then left before the bomb went off.
And that's where the third one comes in, because they're in our world at that point.
Well, they acted fucking fast, I'll tell you that much.
So to me, this is where it all ends.
That's intriguing, though.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm enough to watch it, but maybe. We'll see. This was a very oblique ending, though, and I kind of appreciate that.
Yeah.
Let's get it over with. Let's get it all over with. What do we have next on Warehouse B?
We've been promising it for a while. We're going to do My Best Friend's a Vampire.
Oh, yes.
Next time out for 43. So
I like that. I like it.
Yeah, we can tell you straight up right now, we both appreciated that one. So.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I've had fond memories of that since I was a kid. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. All right. I guess that'll do if you have nothing else.
Nope.
Okay. Be sure to like and subscribe. Let us know in the comments below what you think of this movie if you've watched it. If you have not, I would recommend checking it out and joining in on the craziness. Until next time,
we're out of here.